What is going on, everybody? Got another video for you on Dustbowl. Yeah, that's the map. I always forget the name of the map at the start of the video because I'm stupid. But yeah, I like Dustbowl. I've been playing it a lot more recently, starting to fall back in love with it. So I won't waste any more time. This video is how to defend Dustbowl or any map in general as a spy, and I'll be giving you some general tips on what to do, what to look out for, and some steps that you might want to follow in order to successfully defend a map as a spy. So the first tip is stay close to the objective, and I'll be referring to the objective in this video as CP because we're playing CP Dustbowl. So stay close to the CP and your team. The reason for this is if you stay close to your capture point, you'll be able to defend it, and you don't want anybody fast capping the last point or anyone wiping out your team without you being there to stop them. So what you want to do is you want to stay near your team, but you don't want to be obvious. You don't want to be seen with them, and you don't want to be predictable. So you want to stay close to them so you can fall back to them, help them, or they can help you out, but at the same time be unpredictable. So the second one is prioritize your targets. So if you can prioritize your targets, it is great for defense. So let's say if I wanted to play PL Badwater and we're on the last point defending, then I would say to myself, right, teleporters are key for this stage. My priority is to take them out, and that's what I would do. You don't have to stick to priorities the whole game. You can backstab people in between, but just saying, set yourself some priorities saying, you know what, I'm going to get the medics because they're putting out a lot of Uber and they're a threat to us. So you can set yourself a target, and also prioritize your enemies. If there's an AFK guy, don't aim for him first, aim for someone that's attacking the CP and causing a threat to the team. So number three is, as a spy, is psychologically damaging. So what you want to do is you want to let the other team know that there are spies about, and this is what spy is all about. If you can get a medic backstabbed a couple of times and let him get mad, and he will change to pyro because of rage, then he is then missing out, and he's not a help to his team. He's actually helping our team because he's not putting out the Ubers. He's, you know, going for classes that will probably be stacked already, and that is just great. So if you can psychologically damage the team, it will help you. An example of this is in this video. I know there are teleporters up in this bit here, and what I do is I go around the back and I will backstab them. This will then make them scared to take the teleporters, scared to go out the gate, and overall slow them down and slow the push down and help defend. So the third point is remember the objective. So what I often see is, as a spy, a very good spy playing, I will see him going into the spawn and ripping them to pieces, but then one enemy will get through and fast cap the last point, and there was nothing he could do about it, and there was nothing, yeah, I just forgot what I was about to say, but there's nothing he could do about it, and all his work was in vain. That was what I was going to say. So what you want to do is you want to stay close to the CP. You'll see in this video I never go too far back unless I have reasons for it. So don't go too far back, because if you can't rely on your enemy, on your friendly team, then you have to be the one that needs to defend. I've got a video called Community Plays, and that shows me as a spy single-handedly defending the last point against 4 enemies, and that's just an example there of just how you can really remember the objective and just, you know, keep in with the CP, keep close to it, and just keep working it, and hopefully you should be able to defend for the full length of game, and then you won't feel bad if you lose because you know that you've tried your hardest and you've done your best. So number 5 is know your map. So what you need to do is you need to play this map a lot, or play any map a lot, and get to grips with it, get to know it. Maybe go in a private match or a test match and test out some spots, because if you're new to it, you probably won't know where all the health packs are, or the vantage points are, where the enemy are going to come in from, etc, etc. So in this video, I will constantly backstab a medic, and that's because I hide in a doorway. And that doorway is a great spot for backstabs because they can't see me. And that is because I am John Cena. Only joking. They can't see me because I'm round a corner, and I will backstab them there. And if I was a new player, I probably wouldn't know that spot. So if you know your map, you will help your team out because you will know where to strike from, and you will know, you'll know where to attack from and know where the enemies will be pushing from, was what I was going to say. The next point is know your teammates. You need to know your teammates. You need to know how good they are, what classes they're playing, etc, etc. And the reason you need to know this is because when you're in trouble, you will need to fall back to your teammates. And you need to know which teammates are good to fall back to. For example, some medics don't heal you for some reason, so you need to know that. Also, some enemies will need help, so if there's a new player that's, say for example, a medic, you will need to kind of babysit him and fend off some enemies and help him out a bit, just to give him that little bit of relief and hopefully help him charge his Uber. And also you can push with more experienced players to make a more effective combo, and that's always great to do. So after know your teammates, the number 7 tip is know your enemy, and this is just as important. If you can know which enemies are good, which enemies are experienced, which enemies know, let's say for example this video, they know what the dead ringer is, then you are going to want to be a bit more cautious around them, but again, make a mental note of which players aren't the brightest in the bunch. So some videos I will backstab a medic and he will just not turn around because he probably was a new player and wasn't really grasping the concept of spy. So yeah, even when he killed me, he didn't know what the dead ringer was, and he was getting these unexpected backstabs. So make a mental note of who your enemy is and what they do, and etc, etc, etc. Number 8, stay alive as long as possible. This is really important for defense, because once you're dead, you're doing no defense unless you've got a sentry up, but you're not because you're a spy. So stay alive as long as possible, because if you're alive, it will, say if you're just a body stood there, it will still scare some players off from pushing if they just see a player stood there. I don't know why, but it does. That's just how it works sometimes. So yeah, that was my point. It was stay alive as long as possible, and it kind of links into the number 9 point, which is, no, it doesn't link to number 9 point. It links to number 10 point, but the number 10 point is now going to the number 9 point. So the number 9 point is don't stack. So what you want to do is, no, I just did that wrong again. Let me try that again. The number 9 point is get your timing right. Because you want to stay alive as long as possible, you don't have to rush things. You're not in a scramble to get the backstabs. You can sometimes wait round a corner and wait for the perfect opportunity to make the right push, because if you die, then all that rushing and needless pushing was useless. The next one is don't stack. Yeah, I keep getting mixed up with these numbers. But yeah, but don't stack. If you're doing this, you're probably watching it for spy tips. And if there are 4 spies on your team, maybe reconsider going spy. Maybe choose a different class to defend. And that was just a team help tip. So I hope this really did help for you. That's 10 tips that you need to defend any map as a spy. So thank you very much. This is very appreciated of you watching it. I know I've been stuttering, it's because I'm reading from a piece of paper sometimes, so I can't read my own handwriting because I'm an idiot. But yeah, if you have any other tips that you think could fit in this list, say them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys.